Okay, so we're good? Okay. Perfect timings. It was this summer, and Mother Nature called at the worst time for me, which is my perfect timing. I never have ran 12 miles in my life, nor will I ever do it again. But my buddy wanted to go run a 12-mile challenge up in Raleigh, North Carolina. And I said, all right, man, let's do it. So we trained for 2 months. I got this fat body in shape, a lot better in shape than it looks right now. I almost had a six-pack. I was so happy. And on the day of the race, we got up early. We ate a hearty breakfast. His mother drove us because we knew we were going to be dead dog tired after the race. All right, I used the bathroom beforehand. I was ready to go. Me and him bought matching shirts. We looked cute. I had some high shorts. I mean, I don't tan, okay? I do not tan. I don't like the beach. So I had some white thighs, but I was okay with that, okay? The shorts were high, but that was the purpose. I needed the freedom of my legs. And I used that to my advantage. So I'm not the fastest runner. My buddy is an outstanding runner. He runs cross country, but he knew that I couldn't do what he could do, so he stuck with me the whole race. It was through the woods and partially on the road, and it was in a park, a public park up in Raleigh. So it's 6 miles one way. You just turn around and come back the other 6 miles, making it 12 miles. In the first 6 miles, we made it in an hour. For me, that's awesome. For him, that was a joke. But I'm okay with that. All right, I'm proud. I'm dripping sweat. I made the wrong idea of wearing a long sleeve shirt. Oh, well. But we got through 6 miles in less than an hour. We turned around. We hadn't stopped running yet. We were going high-spirited. We were about in the middle of the pack. The guy on the bicycle behind everybody, we could see him, but we were still in the middle. There was about 30 runners. Half of them were female, and they were all in front of me. Kind of embarrassed me. But that's okay. At mile 7, I had to walk. I was tired. All right. And then at mile 11, it hit. Mother Nature hit me. And it didn't give me an option. It gave me number 2. And I told Connor, I said, Connor, I got to go. He said, squeeze. He said squeeze, and he said keep moving. So for another quarter mile, I tried. But I slowed down. I had to waddle. It got bad. At the point where I couldn't hold it back, it was right at the intersection of a bridge where there was a pond on my left side, which people were fishing in. And there was a bunch of pretty women. So that wasn't an option because I'd had to, drop my drawers. And then there was the woods to the right. That was option B. That was the only option I had. So I dart off into the woods. Connor pulls out his phone and starts making a Snapchat story of me. That's embarrassing enough, but I can't help that. Now, if you haven't already thought about it, how did I wipe? Or what with? So I used my shirt. Now, I can't leave that shirt in the woods. This is a public park. I'd be arrested for that. That's littering. So what did I do with the shirt? I tied it to my back of my ruck and had to go. So yes, it stunk. Well, Mother Nature was not done with me. At 11.75 miles, I had a quarter mile left. It hit again. Now, I've already lost the race. We're in the back now. It took 20 minutes to complete that whole ordeal. So I squeeze it to the finish line. But I don't stop at the finish line. I bolt through the finish line. And they holler at me, because we're already last. They're all waiting for us to get through. Holler at me to give them their chip. When you run a marathon or a half marathon or whenever you run, they're going to give you a little chip and you got to tie it. And it's how they track you to make sure nothing happens to you if you get lost or something. I rip it off. You're not supposed to rip them off because they tear. I throw it back at them. Luckily, it didn't rip. And I was gone. Got into the bathroom. All right, I let it all out. I know that's disgusting for y'all, but I let it all out. There was no toilet paper. But luckily, I still had my ruck on. So guess what I used? I used my shirt. And then that shirt I no longer own. It was put in the trash as soon as I got out, which was another 20 minutes ordeal. And then I got back over to the race where everybody was getting congratulated and I was being made a fool of because I came in 30th out of 30. And all the runners said that happens. They said that you just unfortunately had perfect timing. Thank you.